think of the fact that the people who are getting the big crowds right now are AOC and Bernie Sanders. They're going around the country. Thank you, there's that same guy. I call him the always wrong guy. Okay, but I feel like, big crowds, again, the shiny object that the Democrats chase.
Bill Maher is back, and this time he's firing shots straight at the queen of woke herself, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
AOC says so many people in this country hate women. Oh, geez. Even the guy at the party who pulls out a guitar is like, way to ruin the fun.
The comedian didn't hold back, laughing off the idea of AOC as a serious presidential contender. In Maher's eyes, she's just too woke to ever lead the Democratic Party. He even joked the DNC would be better off running someone with Trump's grit. His takedown sparked a frenzy, with critics piling on, calling an AOC-led ticket pure political suicide. Love him or hate him, Maher knows how to stir the pot, and this time he's cooking up a warning the Democrats can't ignore. So buckle up, grab your popcorn, and let's dive into the chaos of AOC 2028.
It's not about the big crowds that come out to you when you're talking in a festival or wherever they are. I think it's because I think Bernie showed up at Coachella. That must have been fun for the fans. It's who shows up on Election Day. And I just don't see that's the ticket. I mean, Cory Booker, I know you've worked with him. I like Cory a lot from my home state of New Jersey. Made a speech for 25 hours. Again, just whacking each other off. This is just not what's going to get the job.
Sure, AOC pulls big crowds, and she's got charisma, no doubt. But as Bill Maher pointed out, what really counts isn't applause at rallies. It's votes on Election Day. Remember Kamala Harris? She had the buzz, the endorsements, Hollywood backing, and still crashed and burned. Popularity doesn't equal electability. As Maher said, charisma gets cheers, not Pennsylvania. And he wasn't the only one calling her out. Even left-leaning voices ripped AOC for crying about Trump weaponizing the Justice Department.
Democrats are watching their words.
I think it's certainly possible, but I'm not sure. I mean, I cannot think of or point to any individuals who have said that. I do think that there are Democratic members of Congress who are preparing for that possibility.
How do they prepare?
I think they look to the possibility of litigation. I think they're saying, do we have the best teams possible in order to carry out our work?
Some Republican, or many perhaps, will be watching this, listening to this, and thinking, wait a minute, actually, you're the ones who are prosecuting us. You are the guys who are weaponizing the Justice Department. How would you respond to somebody who may be thinking that?
In what way? In what way?
Did you catch that awkward pause when NPR pressed her on the double standard? You could see it. AOC didn't expect that question from friendly territory, but it was fair. Democrats accused Trump of weaponizing the DOJ while ignoring how they did the same thing against him. Watching AOC scramble for spin was revealing. Usually polished, this time she stumbled. If one softball question throws her off balance, imagine what happens when the media really digs in.
Is the very presence
Putting Trump on trial would be their example, I suppose.
Yes. I mean, here's the deal. In the United States, there is a jury where we are judged by our peers, and he was found guilty in court on 34 felony charges. If people want to say it was weaponized, I mean, it is hard-pressed to say that there's a partisan argument.
And wow, watching AOC fumble was pure comedy. Her defense? That Trump was found guilty by a jury of his peers. Okay, fine. But if that's their gold standard, why cry foul when the tables turn? Why is the justice system only fair when it targets Republicans, but broken when it looks at Democrats? That's hypocrisy 101. Rules for thee, not for me. It's a double standard so obvious, you almost have to laugh.
Recent dispute, if that's the right word, with Tom Homan, the president's Homeland Security czar, so-called. You held an online forum, a Know Your Rights forum, that he didn't like. What were you doing? What was your goal as you saw it?
My job is to educate and act as a liaison of critical information to my constituents, and I was informing all of my constituents of their constitutional protections, and in particular, their constitutional protections against illegal search and seizure in the United States.
Holman was upset, I suppose, because he felt that you were giving advice to people who were here illegally. Mm-hmm. Were you?
I was giving advice to all of my constituents.
And then came the dodge. The interviewer asked point blank if she gave advice to illegal immigrants. Instead of answering, she swapped illegal immigrants for constituents. Clever wordplay, but a total deflection. It wasn't slick. It was sloppy. She thought no one would notice. But everyone did. That's the problem. AOC isn't outsmarting anyone. She's dodging, spinning, and hoping the media covers for her.
Mr. Holman, your name is on this. Is this correct?
Yes, I signed that memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy?
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Her logic got even worse at the border hearings. She argued parents and children shouldn't be separated in detention, ignoring the fact that separation happens with American citizens too. If a citizen gets arrested for DUI, their child is separated. That's just legal reality. But AOC twisted into a morality tale for political points. It's emotion over logic and hypocrisy over fairness. And then came Tom Homan.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Holman,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
Boom. Tom Homan dismantled her with calm, cold facts. No theatrics, just law and due process. If you want asylum, there's a legal path. You don't sneak across the border and demand special treatment. AOC tried to turn it into a sob story, but she had no rebuttal, just vague emotional appeals and retreat. Homan had facts. She had feelings. And feelings don't win arguments in the real world.
You're going to cut this and you're going to clip this so that it's completely out of context. I already said that it was, and y'all are just going to pretend that it wasn't over and over again. It's up, man. And you're not helping these people, TV. And you're not helping them.
You refuse to.
You're not helping them.
Wasn't she the one who advised lefties like her to make Republicans feel uncomfortable in public, to get in their faces? Well, honey, call this instant karma.
You refuse to call it a genocide in front of everybody.
I need you to understand this.
It's not okay that there's a genocide happening. You're not actively against it.
You're lying.
I'm lying.
You're not.
You went on TV and avoided talking about it.
And when the tables turn on her, AOC couldn't handle it. The same activist who preaches justice suddenly refused to call Hamas' brutal attacks on Israel a genocide. Imagine if the roles were reversed. She'd be leading the outrage parade. But because it didn't fit her narrative, she froze. This isn't about truth, it's about politics. And that's why her credibility keeps crumbling under scrutiny.
Yes, the modern Democrats, they're the party of neo-Marxists like AOC and Bernie Sanders. They're leading the party right now, leading them straight to the depths of hell.
This isn't just about Republicans either. We need a Democratic Party that fights harder for us too.
We have a message for Mr. Trump. and that is we will not allow you to move this country into an out.
Which brings us back to Bill Maher's mic drop. An AOC Sanders ticket will be the Democrats' worst nightmare. Not strategy, suicide. Sanders rails against oligarchs while swimming in corporate politics. AOC thrives on viral moments, not substance. Together, they don't just lose, they implode. If Democrats keep chasing ideological purity instead of pragmatic leadership, they'll hand Trump or whoever runs next another easy victory. So, if you enjoyed this takedown, hit that bell and subscribe. Because trust me, this circus is far from over.